which said that go to the nearest center for security. So there is an anticipation as far as the counter reaction from Iran is concerned. There are few people still out there, and more people, in fact, coming in as we speak with what is going on here in Tel Aviv. Small space, but at this moment it's people have been instructed to reach, and even on the streets we saw very quickly how everything turned, and as soon as these sirens began, there are people, those who have been instructed to reach these shelters everywhere that they could.
We are live on you. Carry on with what you are seeing all around you.
Let me just show you. This is a small shelter on one of the floors of a hotel, and there are a lot of people. Those who are here, I've been instructed not to film the occupants of this shelter, so you would only see me while we are speaking, but you would
Alright, sorry, we've lost that signal.
Sense of what's happening in this shelter. There are people that are carrying their pets and just have run into this shelter as we speak. Now this is, remember, the first time since morning, since the time the news came in that the United States had carried out those attacks on the nuclear facilities of Iran. For the first time in the last 4 hours that we have seen these sirens going on in Tel Aviv at this moment, and as you are hearing these instructions which are sounding as well, till the time there is no all clear given, people will have to stay in these shelters. No matter where you are, what you are doing, you have to run to one of the shelters as soon as you can find them.
He's in the shower, my husband. Go bring him.
Your husband is in shower.
In the shower. Go bring him.
Yeah.
I cannot take him out.
He's not scared.
He's of course he's scared, but he's in the shower. Would you open the door for him now?
So this lady, I mean, in fact, despite what is happening, the humorous side continues. She says that her husband is still in the shower, waiting to come to this shelter at this moment. I'm from India, ma'am.
Oh, tell me who.
Yeah, I'm from India.
India, no? India.
Yeah.
How did you India? We love.
All right. Let me show you. We have. Sorry, what? No pictures. All right, but.
I want to say we love India. I've been to India. We love India in Israel.
Love India. Thank you.
The Israeli loves India.
You're hearing, the conversation that we are having with our fellow occupants of this shelter, despite, and it also tells you the readiness as far as Israel and the people of Israel are concerned. They are prepared for these kind of situations, and that is why it's a part of life. There is somebody else who is knocking on the shelter door as we speak, and he's the person who was in the shower, as I was telling you earlier. So while the situation remains quite tense outside, at least there is the sense of humor alive in the people, and everybody at this moment crammed in this. We are about 8 to 10 people, along with a few pets here in fact this shelter where we are standing at this moment, Shiv.
Those bunkers have become second nature for Israelis. It has become very much a part of their lives. Sometimes, when I was there in 2023, I saw people just walking casually into these shelters because that's what life is like in Israel. But where you are standing right now, it's interesting to see that people are still lighthearted, saying they love India. There's a little bit of humor in the air. But it's incredible because things are very different now. Bombs have been dropped on a nuclear site, 3 nuclear sites in Iran. The situation is very different from what it has been earlier.
It's very hard to understand what you are saying, Shiv, but like you were... like you were saying, that the light-heartedness, and it also because tells you that this sort of training is something that Israelis are quite prepared about, and that's why it's not the first time that they're seeing a tense situation like this throughout their history, and hence are largely prepared for these kind of eventualities, and that is why in a moment, as soon as the sirens went off, people in fact came in and are all right. There was Shiv. I can tell you that we don't know what is happening outside, but where we are. Sorry, what are they saying? Did you hear? Shiv, I can't confirm anything at this moment, but there are some sounds which are coming in from outside the shelter where we are. Whether it is some Iranian drone or some warhead, in fact, making contact, I cannot confirm that at this moment. But there are certainly some sounds which are coming in at this moment. Instructions going on that people should stay in the shelters and shut the doors and not, in fact, venture out till the time the danger is over. It will take some time before we can confirm the nature of what has happened and whether there has been any successful penetration as far as Iranian warheads are concerned. But at this moment, the sirens going off yet again, and while we speak, we are in this bunker. You will keep hearing in fact this sound of the sirens which is coming in continuously, and people have been asked to quickly rush to wherever they could. It's a small space. Let me just describe it very quickly. It's a small space where we are, and while I'm speaking, there are about 15 people, those who have joined me inside this bunker, and everybody is hooked on to their local channels, and in fact every phone is buzzing with those emergency signals telling people to reach the nearest bunker as we speak, Shiv.
Ankit, we're getting information right now that I hope you can hear me, Ankit, and I'll keep this short. We're getting breaking news that air sirens have been blaring in Israel after Iran has fired some missiles. So there are initial reports that Iran has fired some missiles towards Israel at this time.
That's right, and like we were speaking earlier today, that since the time, it was local time, right around 3:30 or 4, when this announcement was made that strikes have been carried out by United States, and at this moment, the local time, let me very quickly tell you, we are at about 7:45, 7:45 local time in Tel Aviv. So it's almost about 4.5 hours since the time these strikes were confirmed by the President of the United States and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, that we are seeing some sort of retaliation coming in from Iran, and hence, in fact, all across Tel Aviv and in Israel at this moment, sirens are blaring where people have been asked to rush to the nearest bunkers, such bunker where we are at this moment, Shiv.